everybody. How you doing today? It's your favorite superhero, Miss Key. All righty, I'm super excited. We are still in the month of August, and we know that August is all about kindness. And so today is August 14th, and we are reading from Dante Learns to Stop book. And we are on page 14. Okay, so if you have the Dante Learns to Stop book, then follow along. If you don't have the book, it is okay. You can still follow along because I'm going to read from page 14, and then following, we will have the questions of the day. Okay, so page 14 reads, Dante thinks it might be a good idea if all of his friends played a game together, so he changes into his uniform in hopes of getting everyone to play a friendly game of basketball. All righty. That sounds like a lot of fun, right? Yep, I think so too. So, let's get into our question of the day. Well, now that we know Dante puts on his uniform, hoping to get everyone to play a friendly game together, my question of the day is, why do you think Dante wanted to bring the group back together? Now, that's a really good question, right? Okay, so, of course, I want all of you to answer that question, and I'll also answer that question, okay? So, the question is, why do you think Dante wanted to bring the group back together? Okay, so, I think that Dante wanted to bring the group back together so that the group can start over, right? Regroup and refocus since the group ended up taking a turn in a negative way. So he wanted to bring the group back together so that they can have a game of basketball so that now they can play. Since he was able to use stop and go reflect, now he wants to stop and play. Right? And so that's how I would answer question number 1. What would be your answers to question number 1? And while you guys are all working through question number 1, let's go ahead and go to question number 2. Question number 2 is, what is one way you can bring 2 people who had a conflict back together? Oh, I think that's a great question for my fellow superheroes, right? Because we know that conflict will arise, especially when we are in our communities and when we're at school. Conflict will arise. So once that happens, how do you come back together and make everything okay? Well, I want all of you to answer that because that's a really good question. And my answer to that question will be that it's important for everyone to use stop individually so they can see how they would like to proceed in a positive way now that they have worked through their own feelings and emotions. Being able to see what was their trigger and how things went wrong, right? Because once we understand what our trigger was and what made us frustrated or mad, and then how we reacted from being frustrated or mad, right? Once we really take that accountability, then we're able to proceed, right? And so that's what's happening here, okay? And so that's my answer to what is one way you can bring 2 people who had a conflict back together. You can bring them back together by having them both work through stop and then by playing a game, something they both enjoy. And that's how stop and play comes together and builds healthy relationships. All righty, you guys. I hope you loved my answer. Now, stay tuned. I'm really, really excited about tomorrow. So, can't wait to see you. Stay tuned. Have an amazing day. And remember, be kind to yourself and to others. All right, superheroes. Talk to you later.
Subscribe and click the bell button.